episode, Cole Jr. has made his debut in the BPL for West Ham United. It was a draw against Man City, and Cole Jr. did get the man of the match despite not getting any goals or any assists, but he was just everywhere in Manchester City. He was a thorn in their defense. And this first match is again against Newcastle, and before this match started, I was actually West Ham had a match with Hull City, and I really wanted for Cole Jr. to play the low fixtures because it's a really good chance to develop in such a high league. I'd rather Cole get a lot of goals in those matches than just struggle to keep the ball even in matches against Man United and all the top dogs in the BPL. But it is a good thing that he did indeed get called up for the Newcastle match. Unfortunately, it was a pretty dull match. No goals were scored until Cole Jr. after he was substituted in the 70th minute. Our teammate breaks away and puts it in the back of the net for 1-0 for West Ham United, just to guarantee that home win. So not a particularly interesting match, but as you'll see in just a little bit, Cole Jr. did indeed get the man of the match with I don't actually remember, let's just wait until it gets there, with a 7.5 match rating. Not bad at all, despite not getting any goals, and he did have a lot of shots on target. But after the match, he did acquire the knuckle shot ability, or special playing style, as PES calls it now. Just make up your mind, PES. But now we have long range drive and knuckle shot. Unfortunately, in PES, you have to manually take a knuckle shot. You have to press shoot and then shoot again to take a knuckle shot. And then we start training a new ability. And I know some of you guys in the comments wanted me to go for the acrobatic finishing, just, you know, stuff that's really nice on the eye. But I opted to go for the one-time pass because on this difficulty, it's so hard to keep the ball. We need to keep the ball moving. And Cole cannot afford sometimes to just make a first touch. He has to pass the ball right away. But afterwards, we also do something else that people in the comments, I guess, wanted me to, because a lot of them said that they're not big fans of Cole's haircut, and I told you that's just because of the color, maybe. So I turned it into a very dark color, a very shaded version of a black haircut, and I think it looks really good, maybe even better than it was before. But the next match is against Crystal Palace, one of the weakest opponents in the BPL. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's one of the matches where Cole needs to get as many goals and create as many chances as he can to grow. So he already got one goal against them after a breakaway. It's annoying that defenders in this game can catch up to you so quick, but against these low teams, Cole is actually really strong. I don't know last time I've showed you his stats, but I will in the future episode, and you see that he's actually very strong. He takes another shot there, the keeper parries it, and then he gets cleared out of the danger zone. But then some lovely play in the midfield from West Ham. Cole gets a little lucky there, but mostly his strength, really not as much luck, and he just slots it by the goalkeeper to get a second goal of the match. And this match is not over. Cole Jr. has gotten 2 goals already for West Ham, and that was actually the first goal. The one from before was the first goal for West Ham. So finally, Cole Jr. is on the score sheet in the BPL, which is awesome for Cole. He just came a long way from Brazil, and now he is trying to make some space, and double touch takes the long shot. I think long shots, I've said this before, have been toned down so much in PES. It's actually really annoying. They used to be a lot of fun. Cole with a beautiful flick, that ever so overpowered flick. I'm telling you guys, you need to use and abuse that flick because it's so awesomely overpowered. Cole Jr. gets another breakaway here, but he opts to chip it, and it's a little embarrassing when they don't come off, and it's very nice when they do come off, but fortunately it wasn't to be. But we are not worried. We're getting a lot of chances. Crystal Palace is getting no chances, but another flick coming here. And the defender actually gets in front of Cole, but he has enough strength to get the ball, and the keeper makes a good save despite not having that much power behind the shot. Now check this one out. Cole Jr. on the ball again, double touch, feint past the first defender, and then he stops, fake shots again to get past the other defender, takes the shot at the near post, and that is a beautiful golazo, a way to complete a hat-trick for Cole Jr. I want to say it's not his first hat-trick of the career. I think we had one before when he was still playing in Brazil, but that is a beautiful goal nonetheless. One of Cole Jr.'s top 5, no doubt, and he gets substituted in the 78th minute. And that's how the match ends. An away game against Crystal Palace, 3-0. Another solid performance by Cole Jr., and I personally cannot wait to see the match rating screen stats. And there it is, 8.5 match rating, the highest rating in the game. at least to my knowledge. And of course, there'll always be people that claim it's not and claim it. They have some very nicely photoshopped screenshots of higher ratings, but let's not get into that. Another flake here, I do that a lot because it's so hard to create space, and that is one of the most effective ways to do so. Cole Jr. drifts past the defender there. I wasn't expecting it to be that easy to beat him, so then he just dinks it past the goalkeeper and puts it in the back of the net, and that's his 4th goal in his 4th appearance for West Ham. So that is a very nice 1-on-1 rating ratio rather on goals scored per appearances. But then he gets a yellow card. Look at that respectful demeanor of Cole Jr. Though he looked really pleased to not get more than a yellow card. I don't think that would have been worth a red, but he's a respectful guy, and that's nice to see in football. He then gets substituted, and we get a nice little cutscene there with the Andy Carroll that is an impersonator, because that's not the real Andy Carroll. It was a pretty dry game though, so it ends at 1-0 with Cole's goal. And check some bullshit out, the defender actually gets the man of the match despite having the same match rating as Cole, and despite Cole getting a goal. So keep that in mind, guys, that we played 3 matches this episode, and Cole Jr. was only man of the match for 2 of them. Solid performances all around. Keep that in mind for next episode, because shit is about to go down again, because PES is weird that way. But I've been Shade. Leave it a like if you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.